Wakkanai is the northernmost city in Japan. It is a bay city that the ferries cross from two near islands. It was the hub of distribution during the period of pioneer about 100 years ago. I did not expect to see deer in city daytime. Wakkanai has a rather unusual architecture on the bay. It is a seawall of elegant and magnificent design with arched roof. The roof was supported with pillars, looks like ones of the classical Greek-Roman. Only by looking at the image, people would not think it is in Japan. As far as I researched, there is no other seawall of such style in the world. Why is it built in a unique style like this? The seawall was built in 1936, and Hokkaido was still in the pioneer phase. So it was definitely not for tourism, but there were no tourists who would come to the far north to sightseeing yet. The city is in far north, and the climate is severe with -degree temperature and a strong wind shear. A regular seawall would not be good enough to protect ships and people from the wave and ice. Minoru Tsuchiya is the architecture engineer designed this seawall. He was only 26 and just graduated from the college 3 years before. Time he was given to design the wall was only 2 months. The theme of his thesis back in college happened to be about arch bridge with concrete. So his educational background must have helped him to design the wall. 2 years after the war was completed, the railroad was extended to here from the closest station, and a new station was built by the seawall for easier access to ferry. Ferry to Sakhalin was abolished in 1945, since the Sakhalin was taken over by Soviet Union in World War II. Not too far from the war, there's a place that tells us a sad story in the history. The south half of Sakhalin was part of Japan, but the Soviets were making inroads to take over the whole island in World War II. Most of the Japanese were escaping from the island to south. The telephone exchange office in the island was still on operation since it was a core of communication. Though the telephone operators were relieved from the duty, 9 of them voluntarily decided to stay. They all were young female, either teenager or early 20s. They knew that the office is keystone of communication in Ireland, and more important in emergency situations such as evacuation. The Soviet troops finally came to attack the telephone office. The 9 telephone operators chose to kill themselves as they had prepared before the attack. The chief of office, who was outside of the office, told them to stay alive through the telephone. He suggested to hang the white cloth for surrender, but some of them had already poisoned themselves and gone. The last operator said goodbye over the phone in the end. It was 5 days after Japanese surrender, and the war had been officially over. Later, the chief of office was caught by Soviets. A Soviet officer escorted him to the switching room a few days later. The body of young operators in white clothes were still at the switching board, and looked like they were working till the last moment of their life. When the Soviet officer walked in the room, he made a cross and offered silent prayers. Thanks for watching.